Hello there and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I am Rainbow.
And we'd like to welcome you all back for part 3, yes, the final part of the Stories and Fables unit for this month. The Selfish Giant is the story that we are reading, and so far this month's story has really matched that title very well.
Yes, we have a giant who's very selfish and he won't let the local children play in his garden. Well, it's a beautiful place and the kids love to go into the garden and run around, but this really upsets the giant. The noise of the kids bothers him and he doesn't think the kids should be there in the first place.
So, to stop them, the giant built a great big wall all around the garden to stop the kids from sneaking in. The plan seemed to work because, yes, the kids were kept out of the garden, but then some time passed, and when it became spring again, everything was growing and coming back to life. Everything except the flowers, plants, and trees in the giant's garden. They were still dead and lifeless, just like it was still winter in there.
The giant started to lose hope until one day he heard a bird singing in the garden. Then he looked out the window to see that the garden had come back to life.
It was a miracle, and the reason for that soon became clear. The children were back in the garden playing. That was the key to making the garden beautiful once more. So, let's find out what happens in our final part of the story right after Rainbow here tells us all about the new vocabulary for today.
第3天的文章，我们要来看巨人怎么样子被感化，有什么样的改变呢？先来看几个单字。第一个 realize 了解是个动词。I realize that you are upset and I want to apologize. I realize that you're upset and I want to apologize. 我发现你不开心，所以我想要跟你道歉。第二个单字 consider 考虑是个动词。Would you consider coming with me on my trip next year? Would you consider coming with me on my trip next year? 你愿意考虑明年和我一起旅行吗？第三个单字 friendly 亲切的、友善的是个形容词。Charles and his cat are both very friendly. Charles and his cat are both very friendly. Charles 和他的猫都非常友善。最后一个单字 spot 看见，在这边是个动词。Oh look, I spot some stars in the sky. Oh look, I spot some stars in the sky. 哦，快看，我看见夜空里面有很多星星。好咯，我们现在看完单字例句，一起回到课文中。
The lovely sight warmed the giant's heart. He then realized some things about himself. He was really selfish and didn't consider others. He also wasn't very friendly to the children. Explanation 1.
Okay, so our story today begins with the giant still looking out of his window at the garden and the children that are playing down there. And we can see that the giant is very happy again. The first sentence tells us, the lovely sight warmed the giant's heart. I think he might be turning into a nice giant instead of a selfish giant. Yay, it's a miracle.
I would say you're right, Mike, and this change has made the giant think about some things. Let's find out what he's thinking right after Daphne tells us about our first grammar point for the day.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 A warms B's heart， 意思是 A 温暖 B 的心。Warm 在这里是及物动词，意思是使温暖。Heart 则是名词，心的意思。例如 The baby's smile warmed his mother's heart。宝宝的笑容温暖了妈妈的心。
So, as he looks out on his garden with the children playing happily in it, the giant is feeling good about the world now. But he is also thinking about how bad and nasty and mean he was in the past. This doesn't make him feel so good about himself.
No, and we learn that the giant is thinking about something. As we read on, it says, he then realized some things about himself. And some of those things are not so good.
No, but hey, at least he is looking at himself honestly. And what did the giant realize? We read, he was really selfish and didn't consider others. Well, yes, that's true. He built a wall around his garden just to stop other people from enjoying it. That was pretty selfish, for sure.
And it's also good that he was thinking about who he was being selfish toward. Just a bunch of children. As we reach the break, the giant also thought about this. It says, he also wasn't very friendly to the children. But it looks as if this could be changing. Oh, I'm so proud of him. And I hope that he can be a good giant from now on.
I totally agree. Okay, it's break time now, but we'll be back with the second part of today's story in just a moment.
Later, the giant went out into his garden. The children spotted him and started to run away. He stopped them and said, I'm sorry for what I did. The garden is now yours. After that, the giant knocked down the wall. When he finished, he joined the children in their games. He did that until he couldn't do it anymore.
Explanation 2.
And we're back. The selfish giant may be changing. He is becoming a newer and better version of himself. He's seen that the local children are back in his garden playing. But this time, instead of rushing out to shout at the kids to scare them away, the giant has just let them play and be happy.
And the giant was also thinking about all of the times when he wasn't nice to the kids and others as well. It really seems like he wants to change himself for the better. So, back in our story, a bit more time has passed. We read, later the giant went out into his garden.
And then it says, the children spotted him and started to run away. Aha, so the kids don't know about how the giant has changed. The kids still think he's the bad, mean, angry, and selfish giant that he used to be, and that he's probably coming outside to yell at them again. They're trying to get out of there.
But the giant didn't want the kids to run. We read, he stopped them and said, I'm sorry for what I did.
And he added, the garden is now yours. Wow, he's giving the garden, the whole garden, to the kids? That really is kind and very generous and not selfish at all. I think this giant really has changed. And we'll find out what the giant does next after Daphne tells us everything we need to know about the second grammar point of the day. I hope he doesn't eat anyone.
第二则文法是 something is yours， 意思是某事物是你们的。yours 是所有格代名词，由所有格形容词加名词组成。例如 yours 你们的一同于 your 加名词你们的点点点。mine 我的一同于 my 加名词我的点点点。ours 我们的一同于 our 加名词我们的点点点，以此类推。例如 The toothbrush is mine， 这支牙刷是我的。
Okay, we're back. So, in a very surprising move, The giant has given his garden to the kids who like to play there. These are the same children that the giant had been chasing away from his garden.
Yes, but that was back when he was still the selfish giant. So we know that he has changed a lot since then, and now he seems to be the kind and generous giant. 我们提到的 generous 这边的形容词就是来说他是慷慨的巨人，现在变得又和善又慷慨。Okay, so let's read on to see what happens next. We read, after that, the giant knocked down the wall. Oh, that would be the wall that he built around the garden to keep all the kids out. Since he gave the garden to the kids, the wall isn't useful anymore. You don't need to put a wall around something that everyone can use, right?
Exactly. So the giant really does seem to have changed. This is a nice ending to the story. I wasn't actually sure that things were going to work out so well for everyone. But before we get to the official end of our story, let's pass you guys over to Daphne one more time for the final grammar point of the day.
第三则文法是 knock down， 意思是拆毁。knock 是及物动词，敲、击、打的意思。后方搭配副词 down， 彻底的，合在一起 knock down 就是击垮、拆毁。为可分动词片语，例如 The government is going to knock down the old train station. 政府将要拆毁旧火车站。
So, the giant has given the garden to the kids, knocked down the wall so that everybody can come in, and now he is no longer the selfish giant. Maybe the generous giant is a better name for him.
Oh, I like that.
You call him GG.
GG. So let's see what happens next as we get to the end of the story. It says, when he finished, he joined the children in their games. So he finished knocking down the wall and then he went to play with the kids. Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice. Yes, absolutely. And it seems like he really liked playing with his new friends. He liked it a lot. The final sentence of our story tells us he did that until he couldn't do it anymore. Wow, so he really took to his new life, didn't he? Well, I'm proud of him for the big changes that he made in himself. It can't have been easy for him to do that. So there you go. If a selfish giant can change, I guess that gives us all hope that we too can make ourselves better no matter who we are. Thanks for joining us, folks. Try to be kind and generous to each other, and we'll see you all back here very soon.
Bye-bye.
The selfish giant. The lovely sight warmed the giant's heart. He then realized some things about himself. He was really selfish and didn't consider others. He also wasn't very friendly to the children. Later, the giant went out into his garden. The children spotted him and started to run away. He stopped them and said, "I'm sorry for what I did. The garden is now yours." After that, the giant knocked down the wall. When he finished, he joined the children in their games. He did that until he couldn't do it anymore.
Me first. I am Shane.
Fine, I'm Holly.
Okay.
我们今天的主题是什么？
Oh boy， 这个比较难。英雄所见略同。
英 英雄所见略同。
略同。
对，所以其实就是你们意见很相合的意思啦。
Oh, okay.
所以英文怎么讲呢
I think we should check out the 对话。What
？Let's
do you
look
think?
at it. I was thinking that we could have Thai food for lunch.
Me too. Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
Yes.
Do you really love Thai food?
Yes, I do.
Me too. Wow, we are so smart.
We are so smart.
感觉还是 great minds，就是你很聪明，我也很聪明，所以
对，所以 great 其实两个都很聪明，他们意见就会相同。Like 就是很相同的意
so
思。
great minds think alike. Or you could say we're on the same page.
哦，所以 page 其实就是翻到哪一页，你们的页数都一样。
都一样。哎，or we're on the same wavelength.
哦，所以我有跟到你的频率嘛？
对啊，wavelength 就是感觉就是你的 thought 就是
就是那个音波啦，就是同一个频率，所以我们同一个音波，我们就这样，然后就 connect 了。
So, if you want to be on the same wavelength as other people who can speak English,
靠我们就对
对
了
了。
Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike.
We're on the same page.
We're on the same page.
We're on the same wavelength.
We're on the same wavelength.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，还要造4个例句。同学们准备好了没？1分钟计时开始。第一个单词呢叫做了解、意识到什么什么，这个字叫做 realize。realize。I just realized that I forgot to lock the door。我刚刚才意识到自己忘记锁门啦。好，第二单词呢，它表示考虑，考虑要怎么说呢？叫做 consider。consider 这字也有认为的意思，认为某个人怎么样怎么样。OK，Jake never considers his girlfriend's feelings。Jake 从来没有顾虑到他女朋友的感受，这种人就很自私，你知道吗？对不对？好，第三个单词，这个字呢叫做亲切的、友善的。朋友对你是不是很友善？所以它跟朋友有关哦，在 friend 后面加上 ly 变成形容词 friendly。friendly 就是亲切友善的。Our new neighbor is friendly and funny。我们的新的邻居很友善又很风趣。好，第四个单字呢叫做看见，突然看见、瞥见，通常是指看见那种比较难注意到、比较难看见的东西，叫做 spot。spot. They spotted a strange man in their neighborhood. 他们在他们社区看到一名奇怪的男子，赶快报警。好，不管怎么样，我们在1分钟之内已经复习完4个单字喽。同学们表现很棒，记得还是要多多复习、多多造句练习哦。我们下次见，拜拜。